military part of the service for Sam, and after we're finished, the Reverend's going to pause a minute, and we've got to pick up. We've got another service down the road at 11:30. However, we are privileged to be doing these services, and from what I read of Sam, he was what I call the real deal. And I call that, means everybody's service is important, but the people that were on the tip of the spear, the infantry guys, they were the real deal. And I was an infantry medic, and I only got one Purple Heart. John has 3 over there, so you know, the real deal is the ones that were in a lot of danger during their time of service. As I said, we're Anoka County Vietnam veterans. The helmet, rifle, and boots back here are always symbolic of the serviceman or woman who once was and no longer is. Now, you've probably heard that veterans receive a 21-gun salute. They don't. They receive 3 rifle volleys. When you go into the military and they give you a rifle, they tell you never call it a gun. To the military, a gun is a cannon, an artillery piece. And if you don't get that concept into your head, they'll be happy to work with you until you do. So the only person who is entitled to a 21-gun cannon salute is the president. And you will see this if you see the funeral of a president. The cannons will boom 21 times. That's a 21-gun salute. What us veterans are entitled to are 3 rifle volleys. The number of riflemen will vary according to who's available. It might be 3 riflemen, it might be 7 or 8 riflemen, but the concept of the rifle volleys goes all the way back to 1776. Our country was fighting to become free and independent, and when our soldiers died in battle, they would fire rifle volleys over the grave as a way of saying farewell to a fellow soldier, and in many cases a friend. And that tradition back then has held forth all these years. So this tradition is done not only for active duty service men and women, but for veterans who are being laid to rest. The time-honored 3 rifle volleys, and it's our way as veterans of saying farewell to a fellow veteran. Even though we didn't know him personally, we do know that he served honorably, and it's that honorable service that unites us in a brotherhood of service to country. After the rifle volleys, taps will be played. Taps was first played in 1862 over the graves of our slain Union soldiers during our war between the states. Taps has been played hundreds of thousands of times. It is a serviceman or woman's final farewell tune. Sam has reported to the commander-in-chief, to whom we all will have to report, and he has now been assigned his final duty station assignment. I would ask that when taps is played, if any of you happen to be veterans, you have the privilege of being able to hand salute during taps to show your respect for Sam. And if you're not a veteran, you may place your right hand over your heart during the playing of taps. Our condolences, ladies and gentlemen, on your great loss.
Thank you.
On the good! In honor and memory of Samuel Danna Jr., highly decorated veteran of the United States Army, prepare to fire 3 volleys of musketry. Forward, arm. Unlock rifle. Firing to your right. Ready. Aim. Fire. Ready. Fire. Ready. Fire. Forward, arm. Lock rifle. Return. Pull. Presenters, prepare to post. Post.
Ladies and gentlemen, an American burial flag is always folded into a triangle for a very specific reason. It's to remind us of our very first veterans of the Revolution. Many of them wore a three-cornered cap, and thus the flag is folded to remind us of their tremendous sacrifices in winning our freedom. But it also reminds us of the many men and women that came along later, including Sam, that by his service, those first freedoms won for us in the Revolution are still with us today. And who will be receiving the flag?
So,
Wife? Are there sons and daughters here? Put your hand on the flag, please. On behalf of the President of the United States and the grateful nation, this flag is presented to you for your husbands and your fathers' honorable service. The service is woven into the fabric of this banner. Whenever you see it flying, he is there also. Our condolences to you and your entire family. God bless you.
Only children